What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is Martha's Vineyard season 1 episode 8. So good news is it has been renewed for season 2. Okay, bad news is even though Silas got on my good nerves and I'm about to give him the blues, we found out that Silas has just been sent back. He's an Army reservist and he is going back overseas, so there's that. But it is the final 2 days that the people are in the house, and Alex and Nick have organized an event that they're putting together, so everybody's getting ready for that. Jasmine and Silas are still not in a good space. Silas complaining about having to make breakfast, and everybody is side-eyeing him like, bruh, you are a grown-ass man. Why you can't cook your own breakfast? To be fair to Silas, this is what Jasmine has done. This is the wife that Jasmine has been, probably was the girlfriend that Jasmine was. So is Silas being ridiculous and doing too much? Absolutely. But is he spoiled, and did Jasmine create this monster? Yes. Yes, she did. Jasmine goes upstairs to call her grandmother because, of course, she's feeling some kind of way about the situation. And what's interesting is she said, growing up, I didn't come from a 2-parent household. I didn't come from that life. And so, my role models were, the Cosby Show and stuff. And in my mind, I'm like, couldn't have been. Your role model was not Claire Huxtable, because Claire Huxtable was a working woman who had a big career. Remember, she was up for partner or maid partner or whatever, and she still managed to raise 5 children, but she was not waiting on Dr. Huxtable. She did not, cook. He did not wait for her to cook his breakfast, lunch, dinner, clean the house, bring him his clothes, iron his clothes. Like, that is not who that woman was. That is not who they betrayed her to be. So that is not, that wasn't your role model, okay? So again, we'll get to them later on, but basically their whole situation is just whatever. So Jasmine, so they're going on a tour of Martha's Vineyard. Like, they're doing like the whole historical tour. They're looking at all the different houses where all the celebrities stayed and, over the years. And they got to Dorothy West's house. And not only had none of them ever heard of Dorothy West, they didn't know the book The Wedding. Hell, they didn't even remember the movie version that starred Halle Berry years ago. I know I'm old and they're younger than me and all of that, but I was just a little flabbergasted. Okay, I need all of them to add it to their summer reading list. Okay, read it. The Wedding. Moving on. So they head back to the house, and Jasmine went to run an errand. I really don't even remember what the hell Jasmine went to go do, but Jasmine went to go run this errand, and but she made sure that she had enough time to get back and get everybody ready. Her, meaning everybody, I mean her and Silas, get them together, get them dressed, get them ready for this event. And of course, Silas is acting like he don't know how to put his pants on unless Jasmine is there to do it. So Jasmine comes in, and Jasmine is, I wouldn't say she's running late, but she's like rushing. And he is like, I just don't understand why you would do that. Why wouldn't you plan? Like, why would you leave me knowing that I need you, knowing that, I needed you to help me? And she was like, bruh, like, I made sure that I was back in enough time for me to get dressed and for me to steam your suit and help you get dressed. You're the one that's complaining and upset because I wasn't here the whole time. Because I wasn't here. Like, again, whenever she is outside of his view, he flips. And that is so concerning for me. Okay? So she got back in enough time. But you still mad. You're still complaining. You still whining. Because at this point, you're just whining. You're just sounding like a little kid at this point. Because you still feel what? You still in your feelings about what at this point? So while all this is going on, Alex is planning a surprise for Nick. Child, they done brought Nick's girlfriend in. She was in Africa at some sort of retreat or something. They done flew her in so she could be with Nick overnight because she literally left the next day to go. I don't think she was going back to Africa. I think she was going back to wherever it is that she lives full time. Anyway, so I thought that was cute that they were surprising Nick. Nick knew that it was a possibility that she could come, but she told him she wasn't going to be able to make it. Now remember, Alex is John Legend's cousin, so he can sing a little something, something, right? So they get in the house together. They've got DJ coming in, they got catering coming in, they got food, happening. Everybody's getting cleaned up in their best after 5 gear. Like it's good. Like it's all coming together. The house is coming together. Everybody looks really, really nice. They're getting dressed. All of these things are happening. While they're getting ready for the party, okay? So the party's getting started. Like I said, everybody looks really nice. Now, Silas needed help with his bow tie. He needed Nick to tie his bow tie for me. I thought that was a prerequisite to be, I'm sorry, not Silas, Alex. Alex didn't know how to do a bow tie. And like I said, I thought that was a prerequisite of being a Kappa. I thought that was something that you did while you was going through the intake process that you had to learn. Just like, you had to learn how to tie a bow tie. Because I ain't never met a Kappa that don't know how to tie a bow tie. And I don't mean a clip-on. I mean a real bow tie. I ain't never met a Kappa that don't know how to do a bow tie. But okay, I guess Alex wasn't there that day. Or wasn't paying attention. But anyway, so we get the party started. Like I said, it's a beautiful moment. They invited family and friends. Alex, people came, his brother was there who plays the keyboard, and there was another artist there. And they had a nice, like I said, they did a little toast on the balcony to Martha and all that it stands for. And like I said, it was a very elegant event. Like it looked really, really nice. And everybody did their thing. Nick sort of spoke. Alex did, and while Nick was speaking, that's when his girlfriend showed up. So that was cool. And then Alex sang the song that he wrote, which was really, really nice. That was cool. And then Bria decided that it would be a good idea to tell Nick's girlfriend that Nick was macking on the whole house and how they didn't even believe that Nick had a girlfriend and how Nick didn't tell them nothing about having a girlfriend until after they had already been in the house a couple of days. Now, Bria was like, look, if it was me, I'd want somebody to tell me, so that's why I'm letting her know, hey girl, hey, you think your man is whatever, but I'm telling you that your man really is whatever. I feel like that was kind of messed up because you don't know her like that. Like, I could see if that was your homegirl. Maybe you feel like we all homegirls together, we all in this together, we all black women, and we gotta look out for each other, but I don't know. I just didn't feel like that was her place. I feel like she was being messy and trying to start some ish, and Nick's girlfriend really didn't seem to be too, upset by the whole situation. Nick was pissed off, as he should have been. Okay, but Nick, you were sliding them women's DMs and calling people your wife and stuff like that. You really weren't acting like a man with a girlfriend. But here's to say, look, I don't know what their relationship is. They might have an open relationship. It might be a look, when me and you together, but when me and you ain't together, we ain't together. Like, I don't know. That might be their situation. And Bria, you didn't know either, okay? So that really wasn't your place. You really overstepped your bounds, as far as I'm concerned, okay? So then as the night went on, Bria's boyfriend is drunk, okay? He is drunk off his ass drunk. The man ends up jumping in the pool with his whole tuxedo on. Bria is embarrassed because she was like, oh my God, he's drunk. Why would he do that? That is embarrassing. But I feel like a part of me feels like he was trying to impress them and trying to get in good with them, which is what he ended up saying later on, because you had him feeling all kinds of self-conscious before he even got there, making it seem like nobody wanted him there, telling them about the whole fight about how many days can he stay. And I find it interesting that we had a whole fight about the fact that he was only going to stay 3 days. We had a whole vote and everything, and his ass stayed the rest of the damn season, okay? So y'all went through all of that for what? Then we have Silas and Jasmine having a conversation, which I really don't feel like went anywhere. Like, I feel like Jasmine was trying to get him to understand how she felt, and his attitude was basically, let's just get back home and everything can go back to normal. And she was trying to get him to understand that you've been acting real ridiculous. Like, you was mad about me ironing your pants. You was mad about me not being here. You was mad about having to cook. Like, you've been doing a lot, and you haven't been very appreciative about what I've been doing and the sacrifices that I've been making. And like, I really wanted to just have a real chill summer with my friends, and you really was trying to, make me Molly the maid all summer, and I just felt some kind of way about that. And Silas, I just don't feel like he was receiving it. I don't feel like he heard her, and I don't feel like he was receiving it. I don't. Child, Silas just ain't getting it, and Jasmine was, and basically the conversation ended up getting interrupted because the party was still going on, and the people were like, what y'all doing, and they basically interrupted their conversation. So there really was no resolution. They really didn't resolve anything. By this time, everybody been drinking. They've been there all day, and everybody was like, look, we ain't about to have no party pooping. Let's go on. So here's where stuff starts to get a little dicey, child. Bria is upset with her boyfriend, okay? And again, a lot of this stuff is fuel infused. Bria's upset with her boyfriend. She wanted him to walk the dog or something, child. I don't know. And he was too drunk to walk the dog, and he got mad at her, and she got mad at him, and Summer tried to talk to him and try to, calm him down and tell him, look, Bria loves you, that, basically, y'all need to just go talk it out, whatever. Bria got mad and was like, why you talking to my man? You don't need to be talking to my man. And Summer was like, girl, I was telling your man that he need to come over here and apologize and stop being an asshole. You the one that's acting up. You're like really losing your mind. So Bria does what Bria's been doing all season. She loses her mind. She gets real snippy. She goes upstairs and calls her mother. And what I find really funny is that her mother knew her. Her mother was like, well, you're treating Simon bad. Now she ain't even there. She don't even know what's going on. And she's like, well, you're treating Simon bad. You've been treating Simon bad. And she was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Blah. She cussing and stuff. I don't understand these people that be cussing on the phone with their parents. That's just not my story to tell. That ain't my ministry. But neither here nor there. While this is going on, Alex is getting his flirt on with Summer. And Jordan is talking to what's his name? The other guy. And, they friend zoning. He said, listen, I get it. I get it. I respect it. I'm friend zoned. That's it. We good. So, Summer ends up going upstairs, and her and Bria get into it. And Bria tells Summer to get out. Get out my room. Leave me alone. Get out. And Summer is like, girl, who you talking to? Like, why are you talking crazy? And child, Summer ends up pushing Bria, and Bria, of course, loses her mind. She was like, I'm tired of people feeling like it's okay to just put their hands on me. I mean, Preston tried to say, girl, the common denominator is you. Now, I'm not saying that make it okay for somebody to put their hands on you, but girl, the common denominator is you. So, of course, it was just a whole blow up. Simon slept on the couch. Summer was upset crying. She had to be comforted because she was really upset. And everybody really just had too much to damn drink. They had just had too much to daggone drink, okay? And honestly, child, everybody just went to bed, okay? Everybody just went to bed. Jasmine and Silas are still mad at each other, child. They still going back and forth. And I don't even know what to say about that. Again, I don't even know what to say about them. Like, so Silas is still trying to talk to Jasmine, and Jasmine basically told him she really didn't give a shit about what he was trying to say. So he was like, what? how you are being disrespectful. You being so disrespectful. You being so disrespectful to me. And she was like, what do you mean? Because I said, I don't want to have this conversation. I'm tired. And he was like, no. He was like, and all that coverage that comes with marriage, it'll change. Your life will change tomorrow. And I basically feel like he was threatening her because she's basically a housewife and he pays all the bills. So I feel like he's threatening her monetarily, like your life will change tomorrow. Why? Because what? You're going to stop giving me my allowance? You're going to stop, letting me do things financially? Because that's really the only thing that you can threaten me with that will change my life. And then he starts packing like he going somewhere in the middle of the night. Hell, y'all leaving the next day. Like, where you going? Would you? And she said, you don't feel like you disrespected me? Like, okay, you saying I disrespected you. You don't feel like you disrespected me on this trip? Telling people that I don't know how to fold clothes, and I don't know how to iron, and I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to do that. Like, you don't feel like you were being disrespectful towards me? And he's ignoring her now. Right now, he ain't saying nothing. I said, here we go. So the next day, child, Nick's girlfriend already gone, child. He had to take her to the airport at dark 30. And then who was the next to leave? Amir, I think, was the next to leave. And then child, one by one, everybody was leaving. But Bria talked to Summer and they apologized and made up. Basically it was the alcohol, child. It was the alcohol, but they made up. Simon and Bria made up, child. I feel like they do that often. I feel like that is their normal routine because they made up way too easy. Okay, they made up way too easy. And then we see Silas and Jasmine basically are the last ones to leave. And basically Jasmine is like, I just hope that when we get home, things get back to normal. Like, I feel like we just need to be back at home and back in our part of our routine, because this has not been fun for me, right? I don't know, child. I'll be interested to see what we get next season with them. I'll be interested to see what comes next year with them. Okay. Let me know what you guys think. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.